Moving on and circling back to our focus on the Trump tariff on India. Now, that has had repercussions even within India in terms of political war of words coming out. Now, Congress MP Manish Tiwari has refused to toe the Congress line again. Operation Sindoor envoy, tariff toast to Indian autonomy. Congress calls tariffs a massive blow to economy. Manish Tiwari says India's autonomy from Nehru-Indira era. This is the comment, or rather the remark that's coming from Manish Tiwari at this given point. And remember, we've already been speaking about the kind of political war of words that's erupted in the country with regards to these very tariffs that's been announced by the United States President only yesterday. If I were to just take you through what exactly has been said by Manish Tiwari, he has said that Donald Trump has perhaps given the biggest tribute to Indian strategic exceptionalism and strategic autonomy law stretching back to 1947. The policy of non-alignment that was put in place by India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, now called multi-alignment, and self-reliance put in place by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, now called Atmanirbhar Bharat, are the strategic continuums that provides the Indian state with the flexibility to engage with the world on its own terms and in its best national interest. Rahul Gautam joins us on the broadcast. This was just an excerpt from what's been said by Manish Tiwari, but let's quickly cut across to Rahul Gautam, who's joining me on the broadcast to, in fact, set this into context. Rahul, very good morning to you. These are the comments we hear from Manish Tiwari. Will not be the first time that we've seen Manish Tiwari not agreeing with the Congress's point of view or perspective over a national, or for that matter, a policy that the Indian government has taken in terms of foreign affairs.
Good morning, Shreya. And, if you carefully analyze the tweet that has been put out by Manish Tiwari, it has two parts. In one part, he is suggesting that the policy of non-alignment that was put in place by first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, which has now been transformed into the policy of self-reliance, is actually going to help us in the longer run, and this actually gives us flexibility to engage with any other nation with our own terms. But then there is a second part also, wherein he says that that whether this is actually going to be detrimental to the very long, decades-long partnership between India and America, to which Manish Tiwari says that perhaps yes. So clearly, as far as Manish Tiwari, because Congress party is convinced that the tariffs that are going to come our way from Trump administration they are actually going to be detrimental to our interests, particularly to those of sectors like agriculture, dairy, pharma. But Manish Tiwari is suggesting that given the fact that we have a policy of non-alignment, which is now being seen as multi-alignment, which clearly says that at one point of time India can engage with many nations. For example, at this point of time also, while we are maintaining good relationship with America, we are also buying oil from Russia. Now, we all know that this hasn't gone really well with Trump administration, and in fact, yesterday only he pointed out this fact. But this is actually going to be allowing us the policy to engage with many nations at one point of time,
right.
and keeping our interest paramount. But at the same time, this decision is going to impact the decades-long relationship between India and America, and that's what Manish Tiwari is suggesting. You can expect that this is going to gather more steam in coming days.
Right, so it's a double-edged sword of sorts if we see what's been said by Manish Tiwari. Thank you, Rahul, for bringing us all those details with regards to what's been said, as well as put it into context for us and also understand what awaits us in the upcoming days, politically speaking, on this matter.